Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Sheldon Smith, and I am the founder and executive director of a fatherhood initiative called the Dovetail Project. At a very young age, I can remember a particular time when I woke up in the morning and I wanted to see my father. So I went to get the telephone. I gave him a phone call and asked him to pick me up. And he told me he was on his way to come and pick me up. So I ran and I got dressed, went downstairs and I sat on the porch. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And my mom came out and she said, "Sheldon, come in the house, it's dark outside. Your dad's not coming." I said, "No, Mom, my dad is coming. I'm gonna continue to sit here and wait." And as I continued to sit there and wait, my father never showed up. And that stuck with me throughout my life, up until now, up until my adulthood. And one of the things that I learned as I continue to grow and get older is that my grandfather wasn't in his life. And with my grandfather not being in his life, it taught me something that, you know, if he didn't have a father in his life, how could I blame him for not really being in my life the way that I truly wanted him to be? So as I continue to grow and mature, getting older, I moved into a neighborhood called Woodlawn. And when I moved into Woodlawn, I met a guy by the name of Dr. Joseph Strickland, who is the founder of a non-for-profit called MAGIC, which is a short acronym for Metropolitan Area Group for Igniting Civilization. And he mentored me, and he taught me and showed me the best way that he truly could throughout time, and I still ended up felony. I was incarcerated for armed robbery, and I spent 6 months inside of the Cook County Jail, and at that particular time, it was something within me in jail that told me I need to be doing the right thing and turning my life around. So I vowed and told myself that I would never, ever make this particular mistake again, because I let a lot of people down when I was doing community organizing, and I fell into a hole. But it was something at that time that I truly learned, is that I even though he gave me all of the mentorship that he could give me, I still failed because I never had my father around like I truly needed him to be. So when I was released out of jail, he picked me up, took me, put me back in high school. I graduated on time. And then I went back to the agency to work. Then 3 years later, at the age of 20, I became a father. And then I started thinking about all of the things that, you know, I wanted my father to do and be there to see me do, and what could I do more, and it was up and down inside of my heart. So what I decided to do at the age of 21 when my daughter was born is create a fatherhood initiative called the Dovetail Project. Now the Dovetail Project is a young fatherhood initiative used to teach young fathers between the ages of 17 to 24 parenting skills, life skills, and felony street law. This is a curriculum-based project. And when the fathers complete the fatherhood initiative, they receive a job, a GED, or a trade, and a stipend as well. And me creating this particular project gave me a chance to turn other young men's lives around and to help them so that they can become more responsible and also be there for their children. And one of the things that I learned while I was working with these fathers is the same. They all went through the same thing that I went through. Their fathers wasn't in their lives. They were struggling. But this is a volunteer-based program, so they show up every week. I've had 80 fathers complete the program over 2 years. I currently have 20 fathers inside of my program now. I have a partnership with the University of Chicago to replicate the program throughout Illinois, and it has truly been amazing. But when I'm working with my young fathers, we have it's a family. It's a brotherhood. It's not a program or a project. And this is the reason why I'm honored to be before all of you all today. Because for the past 2 days, it has truly felt like we're a family, great people. And I'm very gracious and appreciative of everything that you all have truly done with nominating me to be a fellow, to be a part of this wonderful family. So I thank you all, and I encourage you all to continue to do the work that you all do, and that's finding young people like me and all of the other young people in the room that are fellows and nominating us and giving us a chance to tell our stories and the things that we do. So thank you and have a wonderful night.